Hello everyone. Today we are going to see about the Z transform and the region of convergence ROC. First we'll see the definition of Z transform. The Z transform of a discrete time signal x of n is represented as capital X of Z, which is equal to Z transform of x of n, which is equal to summation n varies from minus infinity to infinity x of n into Z power minus n. The next we'll go to the region of convergence ROC. The region of convergence is taken for capital X of Z. That is, when the discrete time signal x of n is given, we need to find the Z transform. Okay, only then we'll find the ROC. So the definition for ROC is the set of all values of Z for which capital X of Z attains a finite value. Okay, once we go to the problem, we'll understand what is ROC. Let us see the problem. Find the Z transform and ROC of the causal sequence x of n is equal to 1, 0, 3, minus 1, 2. And here the arrow mark is indicated in 1. So wherever you find 1, it is understood that this is n is equal to 0. And this is n is equal to 1. N is equal to 2, n is equal to 3, and n is equal to 4. Okay, so it is a right-hand sequence. Now, from the definition of Z transform, we know that capital X of Z is equal to Z transform of x of n. That is, summation n varies from minus infinity to plus infinity x of n into Z power minus n. Now, we need to expand this, and already we know that here n starts from 0 and n ends at 4. Okay, so now you have to substitute n values. That is, n varies from 0 to 4. So substitute here. First one, when you expand this summation, you will be getting x of 0 into Z power 0 plus x of 1 into Z power minus 1 plus x of 2 into Z power minus 2 plus x of 3 into Z power minus 3 plus x of 4 into Z power minus 4. So since our x of n has values from n is equal to 0 to 4, we have substituted n is equal to 0 to 4. And now, what is x of 0? First, you have to go to the problem. So this is n is equal to 0. It implies that this is x of 0, this is x of 1, x of 2, x of 3, and x of 4. So you have to substitute these values instead of x of 0 to x of 4. Now, first one, we will be having x of 0. So what is the value of x of 0? It is 1. So substitute 1 into Z power 0 plus, now what is x of 1 value? X of 1 value is 0. So you have to substitute 0 into Z power minus 1 plus x of 2's value is 3. So substitute 3 into Z power minus 2 plus x of 3's value is minus 1. So you have to substitute minus 1 into Z power minus 3 and x of 4's value is 2. So you have to substitute 2 into Z power minus 4. And we know that Z power 0, anything power 0 is 1. So here the first term becomes 1 plus 0 into anything is 0 plus 3 into Z power minus 2. Again, plus into minus is minus Z power minus 3 plus 2 into Z power minus 4. So your x of Z is equal to 1 plus 3 Z power minus 2 minus Z cube, minus Z power minus 3 plus 2 into Z power minus 4. So now we have found Z transform of x of n. Now the next step is to find ROC. So to find ROC, the region of convergence, what you have to do is you have to substitute Z is equal to 0 and Z is equal to infinite in capital X of Z and find out what is the value, whether it is a finite value or an infinite value. If it is finite, then X of Z converges, or we'll say that that is an ROC. And if X of Z is infinite, then it doesn't come under ROC. Now, case 1. So substitute z is equal to 0 in x of z. So what is your capital X of z? The value is 1 plus 3 z power minus 2 minus z power minus 3 plus 2 into z power minus 4. So this 3 into z power minus 2 can be written as 3 by z square. Okay, so 1 plus 3 by z square minus 1 by z power 3 plus 2 by z power 4. And now what you have to do is you have to substitute z is equal to 0. Now 1 plus 3 by 0 minus 1 by 0 plus 2 by 0. We know that any number divided by 0 will give you infinite. So 1 plus infinity is infinity. So here x of z value is infinite. So it is not an ROC. That is z is equal to 0 is not an ROC. Now you have to substitute z is equal to infinity in capital X of z. So x of z is equal to, already we have found this in the z transform. Using this z transform formula, we have found x of z. Okay. Now you have to write 1 plus 3 z power minus 2 minus z power minus 3 plus 2 into z power minus 4. Now this can be written as 1 plus 3 by z square minus 1 by z power 3 plus 2 by z power 4. And wherever you have z is replaced by infinity. And anything by infinity is 0. So you'll be getting 1 plus 0 minus 0 plus 0. So which is 1. So 1 is a finite value. So it is an ROC. So listen, this is the graph. So this is the real part of your z. And this is the imaginary part of the z. So listen, if you substitute z is equal to 0, you will be getting an infinite value. Whereas if you substitute z is equal to infinity, you will be getting a finite value. So from this, what you have concluded is, so consider this as your z is equal to 0. So that is x of z doesn't converge for z is equal to 0. So, and x of z converges for all values except z is equal to 0, because only if you substitute z is equal to 0, you will be getting x of z as infinite. And for other values, that is starting from z is equal to 1 till z is equal to infinite, you will be getting finite values. So x of z, that is your capital X of z, converges for all values of z except z is equal to 0. So that is the conclusion what we have got from this problem. And next we'll see another problem. Find the Z transform and ROC of anti-causal sequence. So in the previous problem, we have seen causal sequence or right-handed sequence. So here we'll be seeing anti-causal sequence. So anti-causal sequence, see here, x of n is equal to minus 3, 2, minus 1, 0, 1. And here the arrow mark is indicated for this one. So whenever we have arrow mark, it is understood that this is n is equal to 0. So the previous value was n is equal to minus 1 and this is n is equal to minus 2, n is equal to minus 3 and n is equal to minus 4. So my value, that is my x of n, starts from n is equal to minus 4 to n is equal to 0. So that's why it is called an anti-causal sequence or a left-hand sequence. So first we need to find out the Z transform. So from the definition of Z transform, it is understood that capital X of Z is equal to Z transform of X of n, which is equal to summation n varies from minus infinity to infinity x of n into Z power minus n. So already from our problem, we understood that x of n varies from n is equal to minus 4 to n is equal to 0. So here your summation varies from n is equal to minus 4 to 0. So you have to substitute n values from minus 4 to 0. Now first substitute the values for n. So here x of minus 4 into z power, already you will be having minus, and here my n value is minus 4. So minus of minus 4 plus x of minus 3 into z into minus of minus 3 plus x of minus 2 into z power minus of minus 2 plus x of minus 1 into z power minus of minus 1 plus x of 0 into z power minus 0. Now what you have to do is you need to find out the values of x of minus 4, x of minus 3, x of minus 2, x of minus 1 and x of 0. So all these things you can go for your problem. So what is x of minus 4 value? It is minus 3. So substitute minus 3 into z power 4 because minus into minus plus. So it becomes z power 4 plus. Now what is the value of x of minus 3? So x of minus 3 value is 2. So you have to substitute 2 into z power minus of minus 3 becomes plus 3. So 2 into z cube plus x of minus 2 value is minus 1. So minus 1 into z square plus 0 into z power 1 plus 1 into z power 0. Now you'll be getting minus 3 z power 4 plus 2 into z cube minus z square plus 0 plus 1 into z power 0. So anything power 0 becomes 1. So plus 1. So at last we have found the z transform, which is x of z is equal to minus 3 z power 4 plus 2 z cube minus z square plus 1. And next we need to find ROC. What is ROC? The region of convergence. For that we need to substitute the values for z is equal to 0 and z is equal to infinite in capital X of z and find out whether the value is finite or infinite. If it is finite, then x of z converges for that particular value. And if it is if it is infinite, then it doesn't come under ROC. Now, first, case 1. We need to substitute z is equal to 0 in capital X of z. So, x of z is equal to minus 3 z power 4 plus 2 z cube minus z square plus 1. So, substitute z is equal to 0. So, minus 3 into 0 plus 2 into 0 minus 0 plus 1. So, at last, you'll be getting 1, which is a finite value. So, finite means it comes under ROC. Now, substitute z is equal to infinite in capital X of z. So, capital X of z already we got from this problem. So, here what you have to do is you have to substitute z is equal to infinite. So, substitute infinite. So, minus 3 into infinite plus 2 into infinite minus infinite plus 1. So, anything into infinity will give you infinity. So, it is an infinite value. So, it doesn't come under ROC. So, what you have concluded is, see, when you substitute z is equal to 0, you have got x of z as finite value. And when you substitute z is equal to infinite, x of z becomes infinite. So, we can conclude that x of z converges for all values of z except z is equal to infinite. See here, I have wrongly mentioned it is not 0. It is infinite. X of z converges for all values of z except z is equal to infinity. See, please change this as infinity. X of z converges for all values of z except z is equal to infinity. Okay. Thank you so much for watching this video. Thank you.